Hello, everyone who's live and who's watching this later on YouTube. Thanks so much for tuning in, whether you're live or watching this later. My name is Adrian. I'll be taking you through a bit of myofascial today. We're going to focus on a little bit of head, neck, and shoulders and back, as well as our feet and calves. So a little bit of top, a little bit of the bottom, maybe a little in between, but we'll focus on the tops and bottoms of our bodies. So let's go for a nice, easy chest and shoulder opener. We're going to get your roller if you have one. We're going to align our head, shoulders, and tailbone on it. Like so. So align your tailbone, your head, your shoulders on the roller. Here you want to keep your palms face up. You want to keep your shoulders nice and low, and just slowly work your way up and down. You notice you're tight in a certain area. If you're tight up high, or if you're tight down low, again, work through whatever range of motion you got. You want to keep your palms face up the whole time. Avoid turning your hands in. Think palms towards the sky the whole time. For an extra stretch, you can also keep your navel drawn in so you can flatten your low back against the roller. Here we're going for a slow, easy release. If you want to hold it in a particular spot one at a time, that's fine. I'm going to go for a nice, easy, slow release. Just really working through any kind of range of motion. Maybe 20 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly easing off. Perfect. Here's going to go for a quick overhead lat stretch. Clasp your hands together, interlace your fingertips. Just let that hang right above our head. And try to press and reach as high as you can. Just go for a nice, easy lat stretch. And 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Here we're going to turn the roller sideways. We're going to hug ourselves and just roll the broad surface of our back muscles. So just kind of getting everything a little bit warm. So we're stretching the front and rolling the back. Roll sideways. You're going to hug yourselves. If you find your head and neck need extra support, you can place your fingertips behind your head. Hold yourself up. Roll back and forth. Alternatively, you can also just simply arch back and forth. So if you find it's too much to actually sit on your back, you can just plant your bum down and then bend and pull in just right along your spine, using the roller as a bit of support, and then gently crunching through your core. Then again, arching back again, just trying to bend and roll one particular section of your back. So about 15, 20 more seconds here, whatever variation you like. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Arms up. And if you're going to do a lats, this one's going to be a bit of a tough one for the back. But if you want your elbow pointing to the sky as high as you can, you're going to turn your body towards whichever arm is up. So if my right arm is up, my body's turned 45 degrees on an angle towards my right. From here, a few options. I can either just hang out here if it's painful enough and just adjust a little bit at a time, or if I'm feeling confident, I can also just roll all the way up and all the way down my lats, right from that armpit, right to about the middle of our ribs here. Again, we're going to roll right along the lats here. If you're not quite feeling that, or that's way too much, you can just use the ball. Just place the ball in a particularly rough spot in your lats and just hang loose. That's fine too. Whatever range of motion, whatever you're willing to tolerate. Maybe about 50 more seconds on this side, then we'll switch over. Put up a little timer here. Perfect. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and switching sides. So in our lat. Perfect. Elbow nice and high. We're just going to roll right along the edge here. Just massaging on our lat. Make sure you're not face up. You want to be, again, on that ankle as much as you can. Rolling your way up and down. Closer. Here we go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Easing off. Perfect. From here, now we're going to do the middle of our back. So we're going to take our peanut, actually. We're going to do a little bit what's called thoracic breathing. So we're going to take this, we're going to place it right between our shoulder blades. So right about here. You want to make sure your spine is on either side of the peanut. Place mine down here. Make sure it's in alignment. There we go. And you can always adjust a little to the right, a little to the left. Just make sure it's in the right spot. From here, we're going to have our arms above our head. We're going to inhale as we extend. And then as we exhale, we're going to press our core into the ground and bring our arms forward. So here, drop the shoulders, keep your neck nice and long. You want the peanut pressing right between your shoulder blades on either side. Make sure it's not pressing too much into one side. You want it as evenly as you can. And from here, hands up. You're going to inhale as you reach back. And here, as your arms come forward, you're going to exhale. You're going to squeeze your core, bring the arms forward, compress, compress, compress. You also try to shove your chest into the ground as well. So your low back is pressing, your upper back is pressing into the ground as hard as you can. So breathing in, lengthening, and then exhale hard and squeeze, 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 squeeze. Good. Let's try about 4 more. Inhaling it. Big open, big breath. And exhale hard and squeeze, 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 squeeze. Good. Breathing in 3 more times. And exhale. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Press through your core. Press into your shoulders. Good. 2 more. Big inhale. And big exhale. 1 more time. Big breath in. And big breath out. Okay, easing off of that one. Here, I'm going to use our lacrosse ball or a hockey ball or a tennis ball, whatever you have lying around. This one we're going to place right between our spine and our shoulder blade, but using just the one side. Now you have 2 options. You can do this against the wall, or you can do it on the floor. I'm going to do it on the floor, but you choose wherever you want to do. So from here, we're going to go a little lower. We want it between our spine and our shoulder blade. So I'm going to just press that right in that little groove. And for me, I'm going to do it section by section. So I'm going to hold it for a bit, then shimmy down or shimmy up, hold it for a bit. But if you want, you can do it against the wall and just squat up and down and just roll that ball, tracing the inside of your shoulder blade. You do whatever works for you. We got about 40 seconds. So again, you can adjust up, you can adjust down. You can press and hold it like me, or you can move up and down, whatever works better for you. Slowly easing off. Now we're gonna do the other side. So again, here, hugging yourselves. Place some ball right between your spine or shoulder blade. You can use the wall to roll up and down. You can also just simply hit a spot, press and hold, move, press and hold. That's fine too, whatever works for you. Me, I'm gonna press and hold, but if you want to squat against the wall and roll up and down, that's entirely your prerogative. You got about a minute left. About 10 more seconds. Just pressing and holding. And 3, 2, and 1. Here, we're gonna go for the upper traps now. So if you're unsure, you can find your upper traps. You do that by placing your fingertips on your collarbone. You're gonna reach behind the chunk of neck that's right up there. We're gonna place the ball just underneath. But let it actually push that whole chunk of neck up. Then we're very slowly gonna work our way up and down. And here you can also make gentle waves. You can sway side to side, whatever works for you. Me, I'm just gonna focus on the overhead range of motion. You do whatever works best for you. About 10 more seconds here, let me switch. Slowly coming up, good. Here, other side. Pushing that upper trap right behind the collarbone. Slowly working our way up and down. Good, about 30 seconds here. Spending about a minute and a half on each side. So we're working through any kind of tension in that upper trap. and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Here we do a little bit of rotator cuff. Because again, we're working on those back and shoulders, and rotator cuff is a quintessential part of all that stability. We're gonna have our elbow at 90 degrees. We're gonna take the ball, place it directly behind that shoulder like so. We try to drive this elbow towards the ground. I'm gonna rotate up and down. Key part here, make sure the ball's not underneath your armpit. You shouldn't be able to see it from here. You should be able to see it from the top. So keep it behind that shoulder, elbow down, slowly rotating up. Really work on that posterior chain, and rotating and opening up through our chest and shoulders. Of course, if you find this easy, you can also turn onto your side a little bit or fully turn onto your side and really work with that rotator cuff. Again, you can choose as much or as little rotation as you want. Got about 30 seconds here, so about a minute per side. Maybe a little long. And 3, 2, and easing off. Same thing on the other side. Keep that elbow at 90 degrees and rotate as much as you can through that axis. It can be tempting to try to extend the arm out a little bit to straighten the arm and then rotate up and down. It's a lot easier. You want to try to actually keep that elbow at 90 degrees, a nice L shape. Avoid that arm extending out. Keep it at that nice L shape. Just rotating up and down. Good, maybe 50 more seconds. Slowly rotating through. And 3, 2, 1. Slowly coming together. Okay. So we're doing a lot of upper body, a lot of back, shoulders, rotator cuff, all that posterior stuff. We're gonna do a little bit of leg work. So here we're gonna stand actually. We're gonna use the ball. So from here, you can use your peanut, you can use the ball, you can use whatever the heck you want, as long as it's not too hard. And then we're gonna start at the corner, sorry, underneath the balls of our feet. We're right at the edge here underneath the big toe. Just gonna roll right along the edge here. So you wanna go slow and control, avoid doing this. This doesn't really do a whole lot. You wanna really like spread your foot across the floor, really taking your time. You can also angle it so your big toe points down, your pinky toe points up. Just to work right along that edge. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now the middle of our foot, so between the balls of our feet, rolling right along the middle of our foot. And here, imagine as you come back, you're trying to spread gum off your shoe. Trying to go for that almost like a moonwalking motion, trying to spread that down. Here for about 35, 40 seconds. Taking our time with it. So make sure you switch sides and you're going right along the arch of your foot. Again, you can point that big toe down, that pinky toe up to put your foot in an angle. Just really work through any kind of tension right along the corner of your big toe to about the corner of your heel. Maybe 25 more seconds. All right, now here, middle of our foot. So plant the heel, working right along the middle of the foot. And you want that almost like moonwalking motion, trying to spread your foot right across here. Slow and deliberate. About 10 more seconds, 10. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Okay. So here next we do our calves. We're going to bring that roller back. We have a few options for the calves. I mean, my calves are super tight, so I'm going to do the lowest intensity option, but you can do whatever works for you. So here I'm going to show you all 3 variations. We're going to do one leg at a time. So we can't just cross one leg like this. Just kind of roll back and forth using just our muscles. We can hold ourselves up and really roll back and forth. We can also just simply rest our leg like this and let it sink in. So for me, I'm going to mostly just rest my leg on it. For me, I'm so tight that this is enough. But find whatever you're comfortable with. We're going to do each side for about a minute. You can also change the angle. The more you rotate towards the outside a little bit, or sorry, as you turn your foot, away towards your outside, it's going to get a little more of your soleus, or your jumping muscle. The more you go towards the center, the more it gets your gastrocnemius, which is your walking muscle. So 45 seconds here, just really working through whatever tension you got going on. I'm just going to hold here for the next 30 or so seconds. So then slowly working to that knot there. Because for me, I'm quite tight in the calves. About 15 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and switching sides. About 30 seconds. Whatever variation works for you. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and easing off. Wow. Tough stuff. Here, I should do our quads for our last one here. So just over knees. Just slowly working back and right along the quads here. It's a nice big juicy muscle group, especially when doing spin classes. Spin and flow with Jen is excellent. Or spin with on the weekends, Jennifer Splain is also excellent, or Julia. So if you've been doing those, it's especially good to roll through the quads. We're gonna be here for about a minute. I'll do a quick neck stretch and that'll be it. About a minute left. Just really taking in. For me, I like to sink. I like to set a certain point to sink in it sometimes. But you do whatever works for you. We got about a minute left. Slow, deep breaths. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Easing off. Perfect. From here, let's go for a nice easy neck stretch, just 2 on each side and 1 right down the middle. So here, 1 arm behind the back. Tilt your head the other way. Let's go for a nice, easy breezy stretch along the side of the traps, side of the neck. So 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, other side. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one here. Both hands behind our back. Trying to squeeze back our shoulders. Pull your chin to the sky. Stretch across the center of the chest. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you all who came live, and thank you everyone who's watching us later on YouTube. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna pause the recording here. Once again, thank you everyone.